I know, I know, I know. They played the Brooklyn Nets, and the Brooklyn Nets are not a good NBA team. In fact, there is a very good chance that they end up being the worst team in the league this season. Probably not the worst record, just because they're in the Eastern Conference and there's a lot of bottom feeders there. But one way or the other, the Brooklyn Nets, very, very bad NBA team. However, the Charlotte Hornets, historically, the last couple of years, are also, at least supposed to be, a very, very bad team. And while it is not surprising that they beat the Brooklyn Nets, because I would say the Hornets are better than the Nets, it didn't look like one bad team being a little bit better than another bad team. It looked like a very good NBA team beating up on a bad team. A very good NBA team that was taking care of business the entire way through. A good NBA team that is extremely well managed, with a lot of players who make really smart decisions. And it also gave me a lot of optimism about the number one concern for the Charlotte Hornets right now, which is their center position. So I want to talk about their game versus Brooklyn. Again, I get it. I'm not going to be betting the house on the Charlotte Hornets this year, but I do genuinely think they could be a playoff team in the Eastern Conference as long as health, especially for LaMelo Ball, permits. So just going to go down across the board some of these performances. So the center position, as I previously mentioned, they have Ryan Kalkbrenner as well as Musa Diabate. And both of them, well, Diabate was one rebound shy, but nearly a double-double for the both of them. Brenner only played 6 more minutes, so it is kind of like a center by committee type of thing. But both of them were really, really good. They combined shot 10 for 13 from the field, 83 and 74 true shooting percentage. Brenner did have 4 turnovers, which is not ideal, but he had 5 offensive rebounds, 11 rebounds in total, 2 blocks. Diabate had a block. They were just doing basic center shit. Like, these guys are not particularly special players. I think they are just solid centers, but like, I was under the impression that this team didn't have that. So that is a very encouraging sign, but also the depth of this team and the way that the offense flowed the whole way through. I will say, out of the center position, especially for Kalkbrenner, because he's not the fastest in the world, I do wonder how he will play in like some pick and roll situations against teams that are much smarter about targeting a slower footed big man. The Nets are obviously not the team for that. So like, there were very few instances of him being caught on an island. So it is a very good game for him to look good. So I'm still skeptical on that position, but like, he looked really good in the preseason. Diabate had some really good moments in the preseason. So I am inclined to believe that they will be pretty good this year. The big return is Brandon Miller, who only played I think he played sub 20 games in his second year. Didn't shoot the ball particularly well in those games when he did play. And, he didn't have the most outstanding shooting performance tonight. He shot 8 for 19 and 2 for 9 from 3, 7 for 10 from the free throw line, but he scored 25 points and got 7 dimes. Trey Mann, really, really effective off of the bench, 12.6 assists. 4 for 7, 2 for 3 from outside. Colin Sexton, really effective in his minutes. He only played 17 minutes, but he scored 15 when he was in, on good efficiency at that. And their rookie, Con Knipple, was very, very good. And honestly, he's kind of the X factor of that team because he is quite an effective player. He is like the definition of just making the right play every single time. He is a lights out shooter. He went 3 for 4 from outside. I think he hit 2 or 3 of them in the same quarter. 92% true shooting in this one, 4 for 6 from the field, 11 points, 5 rebounds. The thing that surprised me the most is Tijon Salon, who went 2 for 3 from outside, and one of them was like kind of a deep bomb. His shooting form has improved dramatically. When he came into the NBA, his form was so busted that people were like, why the fuck would you draft this guy with a lottery pick? The reason is because he has defensive upside, and yeah, he can play defense pretty well, he rebounds pretty well, but the 3 ball was terrible. I believe he shot sub 30% in his rookie year. Let me go ahead and confirm confirm that. Yeah, his rookie season, he shot 28%. So hopefully that three ball looks real. His percentage aside, the form looked so much better, and that is what is really important. So he looked really good. Con Knipple looked really good. Their center rotation looked good. Both of their small guards, which was another concern that I had for this team, is Trey Mann and Colin Sexton being on the same team. They played well when they played next to LaMelo. They played well when they played next to each other. And then LaMelo himself, kind of a quiet game, all things considered. Still scored 20 points, still got 8 assists. But LaMelo is a very high volume and a very, his imprint on the game is always felt. That is typically the way that it goes. But for the most part, he was working within the flow of the offense. He was getting downhill, doing drive and kicks, setting up his teammates really effectively, and seemingly prioritizing the playmaking aspect of his game more. Because that is something that I would say with LaMelo throughout his career, is he's become more and more of a shoot-first player as time has gone on. But this time around, a fucking 15 field goal attempts out of the total of 90 that his team took. So, yeah, they hit their threes, 17 for 36 from outside, didn't turn the ball over too much. Played solid defense, rebounded really well. I'll say 117 is quite a bit of points for the Brooklyn Nets. I'm not saying their defense is great, but I think at the bare minimum, the Charlotte Hornets, when everybody is healthy, can be a really good offense. On top of that, hate to say good things about Miles Bridges, but he did play good in this game, and I do think that is a product of there just being more options available on the floor. Like, there was not a bunch of instances of him taking shots that he has no business taking, because he's the third option, and like, not even by some clear marker, not even on some like, yeah, he's, what the fuck was I saying? He's not taking that many more shots than basically everybody else. Colin Sexton took 2 less shots than him. Tijon took 4. Like, this is a pretty well distributed situation. And man, I actually think the Charlotte Hornets could be pretty good. Knock on wood, and again, with health permitting, because LaMelo has had that struggle. But like, I'm telling you, if you did not watch that game, at the very least, watch their highlights. Like, this was a team that looked really good. They looked like an NBA team the whole way through. There wasn't even a moment of like, God damn, these guys suck right now. Like, so consistent, so solid, so well-rounded, such a well-oiled machine. I was super impressed by their process and pretty impressed by this result. Obviously, we're going to have to see what they do against real competition. I will get back to you when they do that. I don't want to, like I said, I'm not betting the house. Not betting the house. But Charlotte looks good. Seriously, they look good. I would also add their Brooklyn's rookie point guard, which they have like 8 of them. But where is he? Yes, this guy, Igor Demon, 4 for 6 from 3. He was hitting a bunch of threes like in his defender's face. There were a couple of shots like that. Like, I actually think the defense was fine, and the Nets just kind of hit some shots that they oftentimes wouldn't. So yeah, like I said, I think they got enough. Again, Eastern Conference. You would not see me talking about the Hornets being a playoff team in the West, but we're talking about the baby bitch East. And in the baby bitch East, the Charlotte Hornets could be the 7th seed. Genuinely. So yeah, I'm pretty happy about that. They are a team that is perpetually dog shit, and I think their fans deserve something to be happy about a little bit. But yeah, that is it. Goodbye.